Good morning, YouTube. As some of you already know, my parents and I have an apple orchard slash pumpkin patch slash gardens that we do vegetables for farmers markets. I thought I'd kind of show you quick what we do on a normal day, or what we have in a fall day like this, since it is October. We have a whole trailer load of pumpkins. The whole pile of blankets back there we used to cover them to protect them from the frost last night. We do have pick your own apples. And then we'll walk into the store and then look out. Well, we've got a pile of pumpkins out front. We do hay rides because I have a group coming here in a little bit, so that's why I have it out already. We have Indian corn, broom corn, tons of gourds. If I can keep my shadow out of it, it makes them look nice. Little pumpkins, odd pumpkins, more pumpkins. This is my daughter's planter she took to the county fair. We have Indian corn swags and field corn swags and more pumpkins and gourds. We had a scarecrow making contest, and this is one of the after school programs one. And this is a first grade class here in town. And if you look, we've got a little awning thing I just built that the other day. We come into the store and we have a freezer with frozen pies. And we usually have cider in here, but I sold the last of it yesterday, so I have to make more. We have apples, because apples store best in the cooler. And eggs from our chickens. We have bittersweet. We have decorations that my wife has been working on. Of course, way more gourds. Well, and we do sell corn, ear corn for critter corn. That's the best way you can sell corn. We got more broom corn and more gourds. We have some honey glazed snack mix and popcorn. Jams and jellies, mustards, apple butter, dressings, barbecue sauce, salsa, caramel dip, and of course our honey and pollen. I couldn't think of that name for a second. We still have some vegetables. I picked everything outside that I could pick because we have had several hard freezes and everything outside is now dead. We have cabbage, garlic, cucumbers, onions, some more tomatoes. The tomatoes are still looking decent. We have some small onions and big onions. We just sort them. That way it's easier to sell. We have dried cayenne peppers. And of course our 3B Farms paring knives, which are awesome. Some apple peelers and cores because people are always asking for them. This is our different kinds of apples and the different charts and how to store them and stuff. We were featured in a newspaper article here, well, in 2013. We do have a couple caramel apples left, and of course we get some snacky stuff for kids. We also have sunflower seeds. Make your own sunflower seeds. I've got a bunch shelled for us to work on. Just got to get it done. And then this is kind of an old cider press that was gifted to us that Mom put flowers in. We do not use it anymore. We have our big one that we use. It's way handier. And then this is my mom's extensive honey pot collection and bee-related stuff. This is only a small portion. She's got some from Germany. Them tins over here in the corner are the way you used to buy honey. This cardboard box, right, if I get my finger in the right spot, is how they used to sell comb honey. We have our nativity set with the beeswax nativity and the little bales. I should get my little baler out and make some more sometime and show everybody. We've got some homemade picture frames. And of course she has all of her wax candles. This is part of them. There's more up here. And then she has some fire starters that she makes out of the beeswax, the leftover stuff, turkey feathers, pure beeswax and Buckeyes. My kids collect them and get the money for them. And then here's part of their awards from the Iowa Honey Producers Association, where Mom was the president for several years. And the Sweepstakes Award, she's got a couple of them from the Iowa State Fair for entering beekeeping stuff. And then here we have her soap and lip balm and lotion. Now we'll step back outside and I'll show you the rest of the pumpkins that we have out here real quick. And this just kind of gives you a quick, our normal fall sales stuff. And of course, you know, part of this stuff is dyed. We do have a little corn shelling table. That shadow's harsh. It's just a tote with some ear corn that I keep picking out of our corn maze. It's amazing how many kids have never tried to shell ear corn. And a lot of the bigger ones I bust in half because then it makes it easier to do it. And our corn this year is looking pretty decent, but we have pallets of pumpkins out here. We've got a couple piles that I need to move around. Our trough of pumpkins. And this is something we had made a couple years ago, or several years ago. We had a beekeeper where you stick your head in it and you take your picture, and of course we put our logo on it and stuff, so in the pictures it looks better. And then here's Mom's bee log. The bees did not make it. We were wondering if they would, but people love to come look at it, so we brought it up here and piled it full of pumpkins just to show it off that, you know, bees do live elsewhere. And then we have more pumpkins and our height tree for people to take pictures with, and more pumpkins. We've got a couple. And then this is something we tried and I want to do a better job with. We stacked some tires, filled them full of dirt, and have been growing stuff in them. Sunflowers are looking good, except for they're pretty well toast. Frost does horrible bad things to them. And of course we can't forget Veterans Day coming up. Both my brothers were in the Army, so we do try to do something. And we've done it. My brother that works with us, this is his stuff that wasn't fitting anymore, and so we decided to try to honor them. And so this was our scarecrow last year, so we had to do it again this year because, you know, got to support the military. And we got a big pick your own apple sign. And then we've got our combine sitting right up here by the road so everybody can see it. I have been we have had several people stop and ask if it's for sale, or stop and take pictures of it, because you don't see them old 3300s very much, and especially with the 2-row. You know, most everybody I know around here is running 8 and 12 row heads. That the 2-row is almost unheard of anymore, just because it's just so small. This thing, I would almost have to say one of them big combines can probably combine more in an hour than I could all day with that thing. But for what we need it for, it works awesome. And then we just got some more of the flower beds and stuff, trying to make stuff look nice. And all the way back, we got all the playground. I can't get too far from the store, so. And we do have a big playground and a corn pool. You can see that tent back there. It's got our corn pool underneath it. Bunch of picnic tables and different things for them to do. We built a big sand pile, you know, and there's our big open sign. And the mums looked really nice until they froze. But just kind of do a quick video of something I hadn't really shown, but I thought it was neat to show. That way you guys kind of understand why this time of year I'm a little behind. I haven't got near as much done. I have tons of ideas. I just don't have time. Either that or I start doing something. I'm like, oh, I should have filmed that. And I'm like, oh, but I don't really have the time to mess with it. And so these are ones here. I don't remember the name of them. I got to look them back up, but I definitely getting them again next year. They just are funky colored, little. They're nice. I really like them. But there you go. Oh, I better show it before I get too far. my daughter's barn quilt she built or made, painted, and took to the county fair and got considered for state. Went to the state fair and it got a blue ribbon at the Iowa State Fair. I think she did a wonderful job. I helped her hang it up. We kind of decided that because we couldn't go any higher with it because I couldn't reach any higher to drill it in or run with the impact. And then, of course, you know, we could stand on the roof there to do it, and it made it way easier. So she helped me do that, and here's a better view of our little awning to keep the rain off of us out the door. I do believe next year, next summer, we are going to extend it probably clear to the end of the garage. That way we just have this little bit more dry space so we can hang stuff on the wall and put stuff in there and not worry about it getting rained on. It'll just make it a little handier for us. A little bit more underneath the roof. And we used the polycarbonate, it looks like tin because it's wavy. I don't know if I can get a good picture. Oh, there you can kind of see it. Ooh, and it's dripping on me. But it is so clear. Part of the time you don't think there's anything up there. It had the old crappy fiberglass and it only went to the first post. So we doubled it in size, but it looks so much more light in here because you can see through it. And for what we were doing with it, I think it will work awesome. It also makes me think I need to build a shelter with it, but that stuff was kind of expensive because, you know, you put some of this up there, I let an awful lot of light in. Sunlight lets warm in, you know, in the nice winter day. With the sun beating in on a south slope, that would be so awesome. The only thing I have with it is, it'd let light out. So if I had a fire going inside or something, or even a lantern on or a flashlight, it'd shine the light through really bad and it would give you away really bad. So it wouldn't do very good for a bug out location of sorts or somewhere you're wanting to hide unless you put a curtain up of some sorts. Maybe that'll have to be something to look into, but now I'm thinking too hard. Now I've got more ideas. But thought I'd kind of show you guys around a little bit of our store. Now we have a little better idea of why we grow as much stuff as we do. And, you know, it's just something different. I'm not a backyard gardener. I'm more of a market gardener because this year we did 7 farmers markets a week and I haven't added up how much pounds of everything we've sold so far or how many cucumbers and stuff. I did that last year and it was just amazing on how many different markets sold different things better. And I'm curious to see if it did it the same way again. But I suppose I better let you guys go. I'm starting to ramble. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.